Welcome to Who's Tea TV.
Whose tea is it really?
Is it mine?
Is it yours?
Is it theirs?
Or is it ours as a collective?
Whose tea is it really?
Here's your channel host, Miss T.
Hey guys, welcome to today's Healthy Tea segment. Today's segment is going to reflect on what loneliness means. Now, contrary to the typical beliefs, loneliness has evolved into a much bigger problem. Loneliness is not just about being alone as many people think, right? Loneliness is a feeling of being disconnected regardless of your physical environment. Meaning you can be in a crowd of people and yet you're still alone. Someone can feel profoundly lonely without meaningful social connections. Social isolation, while related, refers to the absence of social interaction and can also contribute to that sense of loneliness that you or I can feel, right? Now, surprisingly, people who maintain plenty of casual relationships, they still experience loneliness. Especially if those connections that they have lack depth. Now, I do a lot of reading, so most of today's segment is coming from the CDC and the Cleveland Clinic. I like to give them a shout out right off the bat. Thank you so much for the excellent work you do in providing us information. So the causes of loneliness can stem from various factors. There are two factors that can cause loneliness. One is a situational factor, and the second is an internal factor. Now let's break this down into layman's terms for you. I want to be sure that everyone understands the context of today's segment. Situational factors include life's transitions. Whether you move to a new city, maybe you've experienced the loss of a loved one, maybe you're going through a divorce. All of the above can be major transitions that require a little attention from us, right? But how would we even know that you're going through this? We'll get there. Continue to watch. We'll get there. So even positive events like becoming a parent or retiring can disrupt one's sense of a connection. Experiencing this type of disconnect is real. You never know when someone's experiencing it, right? That's why it's important for you to ask how someone's feeling during changes in life's dynamics. Now let's discuss the internal factors. Internal factors can include the following: depression, low self-esteem, and personality traits like introversion. You've heard people say, I'm an introverted. All of these factors can heighten loneliness. For instance, individuals with low confidence may isolate themselves. Why, you ask? Due to the fear that they may not be worthy of another's time. It's deep. It's deep. And that's why we're discussing this today. Because a lot of people just aren't aware that we, as a society, are going through things, right? So let's talk about the social media paradox. If you are not familiar with the word paradox, let me explain. When someone or something has opposite or conflicting features, that's a paradox. While social media allows us to connect with many, the fact remains that these virtual relationships often lack depth. Surprised? Which is why we often need to, this is how we manage to keep loneliness at bay. But research shows that face-to-face interactions are more impactful with combating loneliness, per the Cleveland Clinic. Okay, let us pivot to the health impacts of loneliness on people. Now, the consequences of loneliness go far beyond just emotional discomfort. Let's talk about your physical health here. Studies show that chronic loneliness can increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, or premature, if you get my drift. This is all stunning information. In fact, the CDC even stated that some studies compare the effects of loneliness on health, 15 cigarettes a day. Second, your mental health. Prolonged loneliness can lead to or exacerbate depression. Now, with that depression comes anxiety, cognitive decline, and even bad thoughts, if you get my drift. Now, follow me as we discuss your lifestyle impacts. People suffering from loneliness may also report unhealthy lifestyle patterns. Now, let me give you a couple of examples here. You got a poor diet, you're not exercising, your sleep is disrupted. All of those are factors. Now, here's the key. Excuse me. Here's the key. There are tips to overcoming loneliness. We are lucky, right? Good news, we can combat it, right? That's excellent news. First, we can strengthen our existing relationships. Now, I know you're saying, Miss T, what do you mean strengthen our current relationships? We do that. No, start by reaching out to friends or family members, especially, here's the key, if you haven't connected with that person recently. This is a beneficial way to possibly deepen your current bonds, and it can also be a more effective way for you to create new relationships with the people that are already in your realm. I know no one's going to want to hear it, but you're going to have to limit your social media. Social media, limit it. Take a break. Take a break from all the online platforms. This is the only thing that's going to help you focus. You need to focus on building those real-life connections that have more emotional depth. Now, that came from the Cleveland Clinic, too. They said it. Engaging in activities like community service or sports leagues or clubs based on your interests can introduce you to like-minded individuals. They said take up a hobby or something, right? So let's wrap this up. Loneliness is more than an emotional state. It's a public health issue that can have severe physical and mental consequences. Acknowledging loneliness and seeking social connection is critical for improving personal well-being and community health. If you're struggling with persistent feelings of loneliness, professional help is out there. Please seek help from a medical professional or therapist. They can provide essential support. If you have not done so at this point in this video, hit that notification bell. Trust me, you do not want to miss out on all the upcoming content that I have lined up for you. Share this video with your loved ones as it may open up a conversation. a conversation that you didn't even know needed to be had, right? Now remember that as a brain teaser, a tea boxer, and a mentee, if that's you, we can make a difference in someone's life. We may not realize it in this moment, but community is an attribute. It's an attribute that can be beneficial to all of us. So until next time, keep on sipping.
Thanks for watching Boosty TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We like to know your thoughts on today's flavors.
Who's Tea TV, where we sip and spill all the latest flavors of life, news, and everything in between. Until next time, keep on sipping.